Things they say on television. Things they say on television. What are things they say on television? Things they say on television. Had to get a book. Cat bath. Cat bath. Cat bath. Bath. Bathe. B-A-T-H-E. Electric. There you go. Electric. There you go. There's no mistake in there. It's like the piano. So we got this here. We got this here. Okay. Now we are going to somehow there's some video. I'm trying to get to my live. I don't know how to get to my live. No, that's not it. My uploads. Okay. This one stopped. How do I get to my, like what's playing live now on Odyssey? I mean, if I'm live, it should show me right away. Okay, here. Okay, there I am. It says 2 currently watching if you want to ask me something. Too much, too little. For too long, or not long enough. Too short. Too long. A yardstick. A yard dog. I needed to get a book. I have to write down things. I write down things. Somebody wrote to me today the letters D. Let me see what it was exactly. It's in the, I think it's over here. Can I paste this? I wrote this, okay? And they wrote DMD. They wrote DMD, so it was a small d. So I'm not sure what the difference is, you know. Is it because it's showing that there's a birth one way, so it's a creation? You see the C and the L that come together, or is this a C and a capital I? Because a small L would be like this. A capital L would have a line. So this is either a capital I with a small c coming together backwards. Can it be a pregnancy this way or that way? The letter R is a DV that comes together, 44. The first and the last of the 4th house, the DMV house. Now, I don't remember what all the letters are. I make it up for words that show up. I like to call the M, the moon, the man, the federation. I like to call M is the heart between D and V. I like to say that M is of 3 worlds, and it's the federation because it's 1V1, which says 4, 5, and 6, according to the 4th, 5th, and 6th letter in the alphabet. That says 4, 5, and 6 says fed, deaf. Could it mean D-E-E-F? You see, you have 3 letters. But if you're playing Scrabble, you got 7 letters. But how many letters did you use? And was it a double word or a double letter? And what color did it show up on that double letter? So when I'm looking at this, is the house looking this way? Is the small house and the small house and the big house? So we have, what do we call the capital letters? So now I have to come up with the word capital. This is, can you somebody spell this for me, labyrinth? Because this is the house we are in. And the word labyrinth ends with THE. I can end it with HE or just E. I can do one letter, two letters, three letters, the first letter and the third letter. And every time I do something with another letter, it's another equation. So we have to understand the equation towards other words. And it's a labyrinth. It's everything and everything. If there's a word that was created and the word was God, then everything that God created was every word that God created. Not man didn't create anything other than have the idea that was already in the system that we were created into. Can you think outside the box of what was not put into the system? And they would call that what? Sci-fi, fiction. So now we have to look at the word fiction to sort of understand what it alternatively can mean fiction. Fact. So now we have to put the word fact. But is it fact or is it factual? Right? And now we're going to have to understand the FA at the beginning, the CT, the UAL, the AL coming together like an Al's Diner reboot. Nothing is for nothing in your MTV. YM, it's 1000, 10 by 10 by 10. How can we create the Roman numerals that was set before us? And then how did they alter our minds by giving us that fiat money and not using Roman numerals for the money we have, right? We have a 1, we have a 5, we have a 10, we have a 50, but boom, now we have two X's that come together for 20 because we have a $20 bill. Or we have L for 50 or the 12th letter. So why is the 12th letter half? 50 and 50 equals to what is 100. Just give me a second. There's something I have to do, but I don't remember what it was. Just give me 1 second. What I do is I put pieces and parts together and I call it the labyrinth because it's a maze of things. It's like you're building. Right now, I spoke to somebody tonight. I know it was joking around. But it's really serious when I tell him. I told him something really serious tonight. He's telling me, oh, you can probably make a lot of money with that system that you want for your program. I'm going to tell you one thing. All the money we have right now, and we need no more, by what I believe that we can break through. Remember, this is for arts and entertainment. What I would believe that this program that would be shared amongst the world, okay, you will be able to feed into this program every word in the dictionary, every phrase in the dictionary, and it will take every single phrase apart into single letters. It'll divide up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it's a 4-letter word and it's 108. It'll divide that by 4 and it'll equal 27. And then it'll take each letter in there, okay? It'll take each letter in there and it'll see what the value is. Like if the total word was 108 and the letter M, well, first of all, it wouldn't be possible. I just want to tell you that. First of all, it's not possible, okay? It's impossible because the maximum for a 4-letter word to be anything at all, okay, is 104. I've never done this before. This is something new for me. If I don't find a pen, So 4 by 26 equals 26, and 26 equals to 52, and 26 equals to 78, and 26 equals to 104. 10-4. So what did we do? We just brought up one of our first mathematical equations. Okay. And right here, when you have 2 dice cubes, let's say you're going to have 2 and 2. The opposite would be 10, 4, 104. Communication, Roger Rabbit, you got your ears on. So now we got to use the word Roger. So we're always adding on. So also 26 for the word game. We have the word game. You have purple, 88, in which is 62 plus 26. You also have the word card, 26. What other things do we have? Any six? Game, 7, 8, 13, and 5, 18, and 8, 26. The queen is 62, and everything's about 622, 6, 622, 6, because the game, those letters are FB. FB. Here are the letters. A lot of people, here's the letters FB, AOCOEK. E-world, creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 equals to 2. This is the 15th letter. This is the 15th letter. This, what can look as 13, so it's 1300, 1300K, 1300,000. I'm trying to see what else it could mean, but we have the ace. So here we have the ace. We're going to remove these two, ace, OK. So maybe we can replace these and go hook and brace. I don't really know. Base, hook. I don't know. I don't know what we can do. But this is your 3 creation. That's your third world creation. And that's where M, 10 by 10 by 10 equals to 1,000. And 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals to 30. I do not know what the 10 code of this is. I do know I do know 30 Van Zis. In French, in this scenario, they will say 4 times 20 and 10 when they're counting to 90. So the importance of this is when they count to 70, they will say 60 and 10. And when they count to 90, they'll go 420 and 10. The 20 and 10 show up right over here. We don't need to know anymore. It's a percentage of everything, but there's a piece missing, and we have to decide what we think that piece can be. This is for art and entertainment only, and that piece can be the clock, something that's interfering, taking up an area space, okay? That clock, the extra clock, making time shorter. I mean, obviously it's making time shorter because time should be 100 out of 100, not 60 out of 60. Why should that's 100 out of 100? No, it's not for me. I say you start time with 100 and you count down to 99. And it just so happens that I'm going to try and see if I can work you into, if I can find where I know 99 stands. And 99 stands from the 2 letters of I and R. That is your basic creation. I and R. I'm going to try and see if I can remember it. I've done it in a video before. I got to write it down. There's too many things going on, you know. It's good to talk, but I need to produce. I'm going to get a drink. I hope I didn't go too far off the subject. I'm just going to go back to why I put all these things here. When I went 500 and 100, what is in between that is 432. So you can say it's the vibration. The numeric value for Mars is number 51. The word here did not work out properly, right? Because when I wrote this here, what you have is the word Mars, Area 51, Mars mission, M1551. This, for me, has always been, and this is only hypothesis, right? But the values is 29, the 14th and 15th letter. When you do pi in this, it becomes 3.1415. The total is 92. And then the value of this is 6. The value of this is 5. And this is where mission Mars mission. So every letter, everything is a labyrinth. Okay, all in one resident angels. And what this is here is, I'm going to explain this, is that the letter R, I didn't write it properly, right? But the letter R and E, when it comes together, because the E is after the R, and in French, it is the family of ER and not RE, that means as what E does, what E does is when E comes next to an I, right? Which when E comes next to an I, 9I, 5E, when E comes up next to an I, yes, so when E comes up next to an I, which in all actuality, or you can use V, because E is the 5th letter in the alphabet. V letter, which is the 22nd letter in the alphabet, which is a V for 5 in Roman numerals. When you put a 1 next to it, V1, it's 6. When you put 1V, it's 5. So I use the same thing with the R. The R is the 18th letter. The E, because it's an E, because it's a value of 5, a value of 10, there is no other values, a 1, 5, and a 10. That's all I can use, 151. 151, 77 matter, 74 energy, 151, okay, 7th gate for the student. So when we use the R, R18 plus E5 equals to 23. But if I went ER as to 18 minus 5, it would equal to 13. As 13, it is man on the moon. It is AC entering into the house of the spirit of DC, into the black sun. The reason for that is what happens in mathematics. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4. So automatically what you have done is you've taken this cube and seen 3, 3 on one side, 4, 4 on the other side, the house of DC. So that is the center house. And the only house that you can have 5, 5 away is 3 and 4. The other house you can have 1 away is 2 and 5. It'll be 5, 5, which is to the house of DC, or you will have 1 and 1, which is the house to B and E, which is the 2nd and 5th letter, 2 and 5. So now do the math with that. Help me remember. I'm not writing. I'm just giving you the vision. So now what happens, and the reason I'm saying it this way is because what happens is on your dice cube, okay, on these dice cubes, the 3 and the 4 are opposite each other. The one on the outside of 3 would now be 2. The one on the outside of 4 would be 5. So you'd have 5 over here. Whoop. Okay. You'd have 2, 2 over here, and you'd have 5, 5 over here. So now we're going to start to understand what this means. Because remember, I just said that 5, 5 is in between the 3, 4 because they meet there. Or is this the 55-yard line? 22 for 2022 for ape, the 22nd letter. In blackjack, okay, you know what they keep doing? Every time the minimum to bust, and you definitely need a monkey in order to bust for 22. Don't tell me if you get 25, 28, 29, 30, it doesn't matter because they call it a bust, 22 and over. That's the bust. We have to understand how to read the equations, I believe. Only my theory, I don't know if I'm right. I know everybody else might have their own word to put into it. That's fine. The more we can add into the new program so that we can hand it out, we can just feed the information, the size of the planet, certain relative items, categorize them, and you're going to just push a button and you're going to have an equation telling you a story about where all these words come from. And hopefully it can be broken down that somebody understands at the end, because it's going to be telling a long story. I need to get a drink of water. I hope. Oh, and on the outside of that, right? I have to finish telling you this little piece. Hold on a second. So in the R letter, it becomes what is 13. So 13 is for bar mitzvah, and the house we're created into is the 12th house. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 and 3. We're the divided house of 1 and 1. And that I get from the equation of Fibonacci. 1 and 1 is 2. But what about the rest of the equation? If you're adding, then the addition sign will divide 4 windows. Now in each window, you can multiply. This is what's happening. And then we have designs that come out. And we end up with some sort of star system. 8 something something. I don't know. Are we going to put a world this way? And that's my I world divided by my H world. And now it's a tilt on 45 degrees, leaving 135 degrees to 180 degrees, and as well 315 degrees. And 45 is 360 and 45 is 180. We have to understand our geos, our shapes, horizons. I don't know what we're actually looking at. Okay, I don't know what we're looking at, why it needs to do this. Does it need to do this as a fisheye? Why everything seems to be what it is. Why do you see the way you see? Why does your voice sound like the voice, like your voice? Why do things feel in touch? Why do we... I have a fly in the house and I don't like it. I really don't like the buzzing. So just give me a minute. I'm going to try and remember where I'm at. Feel free to say anything you like, right? This is not about me. This is about, how can I say it? This is about what is next. Hey, we're at artsworld.com. At that A sign with the circle. How come it's not an E? Why is it on an A? And it comes on number 2. So if it comes on number 2, then it is the reflective of the queen. That's what it is. And then it's .com. So we have to understand the scenario for the COT, which is creation, the Fibonacci 8 star, right? So we're into the DC house right away. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I wonder if this still works. Okay. Well, anyway, it's not plugged in. I don't know if it's plugged in or not. Let me take a look. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see it's working a bit. Let me see if I can back this up. That's the wall. You know, like, hold on a second. My camera's all caught up here. Let me see if I can get this wall better. Every brick tells a different story. This is the letter H, the letter I. The numbers are 5 and 2. The mathematical numbers that come in will create the letter J and the letter G, 10 and 7. Together they will create, and minus they will create. 10 minus 7 is 3. 10 plus 7 is 17 cubed. So our separation between standing and creating is between 3 and 17. Now, my question is, why did I say that? Oh, because what we had is we had high 52 on the bricks. The bricks, whoop, I wrote brink, left to right brick. You know, Moses was making cement for the bricks. And right away I says, oh, look at those bricks. Looks like high 52, which is a natural. And not only is it a natural, but in this situation, that 5 times 2 equals to 10. 5 plus 2 equals to 0.7. 5 times 2 equals to 10J. 5 plus 2 equals to 7G. I don't know if it's Jack God, but when you bring this down to a single digit, you have 1 and 7. And 1 and 7 is AG, which creates your Q gate. Q is the 17th letter. Now, why did I go all the way down to 3? Why didn't I go down? Because 7 plus 1 equals to 8. Why did I go down only over to 3? That's a good question. I'm not sure yet. I had a reason for it. This is one that's been created again, because after A, B, C, which equals to 6, you add 4 onto it, equaling to J, 10. It might be because of that reason. I'm not really sure why I went with 3. I don't remember why I went with 3, but one of the reasons is because 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. And this is your L creation. It's an LL creation. The total is 50/24. And then it becomes CC, which becomes, hold on, did I write 100? Yeah, 50 slash, no, it's 50/24. Here it's 100/06. What is this? Basically, the L is a Roman numeral, and it's 50/50 each one. The alphabetical placement in the alphabet is the 12th letter, 24. Here, it's 100/100. It's complete. And it's logical alphabetical place for the third letter and the third letter. Sorry, well, that's a mistake. Wow. But I'm going to save this. Why did I do this one? Hold on a second. Why did I do CC? Oh, right, because L is 1 and 2 equals to 3. I wasn't talking the reverse, because the reverse of that is O, and it's not a Roman numeral. Okay, its value is 30 and 24 into the sun. The 15th letter and the 12th letter into the sun, creation and the gateway in the sun. Because the total value is 54, the numeric value for the sun. 9 times 6 equals to the numeric value in the sun. The sun is in all four areas. All 4 areas comes the sun. How can I explain why? Because these are 4 areas here. Hold on a second. Oh, I have to explain that. I just can't say it. Wow. Well, the E-world passage is in the sun. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, let's just skip over it. I wasn't fluid with my explanation. How to create this? 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. So in creation, right, and you need a replica of your creation, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is what equals to 3. The reverse, what am I calling it? Why did I do? Oh, yes, the equation to the low side to the high side. So to the low side, it's 1. To the high side, it's basically 5. And again, Mars shows up. So it's 3 and 17, and on 17, you stand. And in blackjack, if you have ace, ace, okay, it is 11 plus 1 equals to 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. So I have the same equation explaining something to me. And what's really ironic is that the 12th card in the deck is a Q for queen. And how is this made? Is when there was one spirit pass into the 11th letter, which is the K. And in the deck of cards, it is king and numeric value 41, or let's go N, or how about Dan, or DNA, non-disclosure agreement to come into life. Non-disclosure agreement to come into life, your DNA. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 in all 4 worlds, because the only way to do this in the star system is you have 4 worlds into the multiplication. The addition divides all the worlds or brings them all together. Then you have X and O. So in one of the equations I wrote, let me take this, hold on a second. One of the equations I wrote, I think I wrote it at the beginning. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can go back into, let me go back into this over here. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Demolish. Okay, let me do this here. Edit. I'm just looking for something. Okay, this is it. Okay, copy. Hold on. Looking. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so I want to finish with mission on the screen here. So mission 1551 is actually what I think to believe is the Mars pass. Now 5 and 5 is 10, making it 111, right? And remember, this 0 over here can be misrepresented as a 10. So not only are you talking about Mars, but you're talking about the mirror world, ABCD, through the sun. This is what I use the DNA in the sun slide pass, like above, like below, like above, like below. You know what I'm saying? There is no way out. There's no way out. Okay? We come into this whatever world and there's no way out. There's no star system, nothing. The star system is of the alter world and not of our world, according to this. So this is telling me between here and here, you can almost use it's the Mars mission. So when you use the letter M, I just want to see if we got this down straight. Did I get this down straight? I don't know if I have it. Did I get this down straight? Maybe I did. So anyways, we got this, right? Mars, angel, resident. Okay, here. I just want to write this down. Hold on a second. Hold on, I lost the screen. Mars. I'm having trouble with my screen. Just 1 second. I'm going to be with you in a minute. I'm writing something down. I don't know why my camera's open or what. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Sorry about that. Just give me a second. I'm writing something out and Ay, ay, ay. Okay, push the wrong button, but just listen. Mars. Oh, I'll write it down here and you'll look here. It's going to be so much easier. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm playing with this. Mars, right? How about um, moon or mission, as I wrote? Mission, mission what? Mission angel, resident, spirit. Mission, angel, resident, spirit. So would it be INEP or would it be ONEP? And this would be OGSI, or would it be SGSI for what's going across? So, or is it something like first, second, third, fourth? So we'd end up with this. So does this say anything? SEGNO. So hold on a second. Word Scrabbler. So here, let me see if they got anything. We're going to use SEGNO. SEGNO. Egos, eons, gone, negs, nose, nods, sago, snog. So egos was the first one. Okay, just looking around. So we get egos out of the words. Then we get first, second. Oh, I'm not supposed to be using this one here. It's either this one or this one. But anyways, I'm not going to lose my time with that. We did what the bricks are on the wall. We understand what 1 and 1. We know what that in creation. Just give me a second. I lost my screen. Where was I? Yes, the reason for stand is because in blackjack, okay, they say the dealer stands on 17. It's a recommended number in the game. So of all the numbers in the game, the minimum you can have is 3. When you play Monopoly as a board game, the minimum you can have is 3, not 2, but 3. When you have 2 dice, you automatically get it in doubles, adds 2, will make you roll again. 3, okay, equals to 1/6. 3 equals to, I just have to look at my paper again. I'm trying to figure out why I just said that. Why does 3 equal to that? 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. See, this is the world we live in right here, this numbered world here, and it's telling you about 1/3 and 3 parts. 1 part and 3 parts. That's 4. This is 4 areas. It's no longer 3 areas. Because once you get to an added area, you usually use this word and. Right? When it's more than one, you use the word and that's on the number 7, which is the king. But I want to understand this again. Hold on a second. Let me think about it. Three equals 1/6. Oh, maybe, okay, 3 equals to 2. What it is an ace equals to 11, and an ace equals to 1 in blackjack. Okay, when you put them together, you get a total of 12, and the letters that come together is KA. Those are the letters. The reverse of this, okay, is P and Z. So maybe that's what I was trying to say. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know in Monopoly, if you get doubles, you roll again. Okay, now I remember. Right, now I remember. 3 equals to 6, and 2/5. So 1 and 2 equals to 3. 6 and 5 equals to 11. So, like I said, everything I do, the equations have to show up in other places. So here's your 6 and 5, and here's your 1 and 2. So I didn't make these dice. I mean, you can go check online. There's other dice like this. So I'm just saying that the mission of Earth, right? The mission of Earth has to do with us being electronic resident angels. This is Mars symbol, SNI, 19 and 9 equals to 28. That is our birth cycle into the dark house, into the black sun. The reason is number 19 comes out into the letter S. The letter S, the reverse of the letter S, okay, is the letter H. S, okay, and H. So spirit heavens, this is 08, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4 equals to 4. The only way to get it the other way is to use these two numbers together. 8 times 4 equals to 32. 8 plus 4 equals to 12 equals to 44. And we've brought those numbers back together again. So this number S is going to be this. Prior to that, it was this. How did we get prior to this? We could have had an addition of this and this, or we could have had this come together. So this will reflect purple. But when you're talking about 2 times this, you have 2 times this. 64 and 16. You got your 16 and your 64. What is 64? I'm not really sure of everything. This is where your Federation, V1, 1V, that's your Mars Federation. Just like Earth, right, will come in as V11. But can you put, because this is the numeric value for Earth, right? The numeric value for Mars is this. Earth is number 52 and Mars is number 51. I can also do it this way if you want. 22nd letter, 2 and 2 equals 4. Why do I put 5? Because that's its value. And the funny thing is that inside this dice cube, there's 5, but there's 4 areas not. And here there's 4 and there's 5 areas not. So we have to learn how to understand this. The total of this is 08. So in the heavens is the gateway. Now, how much is 8 plus 8? 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 by 8 is 64. 1 and 6 is 1. So it's the Q gate. It's the 7th gate. A-G-H-O. A-G-H-O. I don't know. Hogarth? I'm just playing around here. So it's getting late. Wow, it's 12 o'clock. So many things to do, not even caught up yet. Yes, if we can create a program and save this apartment, save this amazing place that I reside. Amazing place, the commandments. This is the house, the real house of the knowledge of ABC. The labyrinth coming together. The stories, the hidden stories. I have to do this all the time, but the hidden stories inside the numbers, bringing out the art. When they removed the penny off the market, it created one of many designs. This is one design of the roulette table, and further in the back, I don't know if you can see it, there's a few more Fibonacci codes. The Mayan code, one of the codes is movement of 7s, of 4 and 9, and sorry, 7 and 13. And by moving 7 and 13, in one instant, you're going to connect 1 with 6. You're going to connect 4 with 9. You're going to connect 9. The minute you get the mirror, here's the mirror. Here's your sweet 16 at the gateway. 9 and 1 create the angel. 19, the E-world, AI. Then the 4, these 3 things over here. They will return with 9. They return to who they are, and this is the cycle we run. 9-1, 9-4, 9-7. In the house of Mars and Pluto, we are born into the seventh gate. I don't know what it has to do with Uranus, but Uranus in the E world, that's our moon. Something to do with that. But anyways, 9 and 1 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 9 and 7 is 16. So adding these together, this and this, everything comes back here. Adding this zone together, everything stays here. When you add these two zones together, everything stays here. So adding this to any of the other areas will remain in their area. Other than adding their own, they stay at home. When they add their own, they go to the left. When they add their own, they go to the right. They stay at home. No big secret. I'm going to be checking out my channel. I'm a little tired. I think it's soon time for bed. Wow, I wasn't looking at all the numbers. I thought somebody wrote to me, but no, it wasn't true. Wasn't true. Nobody wrote to me. So I'm going to be going to bed. That's my night. Can't sit anymore. So who those who think this place really deserves to live on, somehow help me out. Give me somebody who can come into the system and stand up for this place. I got a lot of new information, people to come and anyways, or just buy the building and wait for the future. But if not, I just have to close my eyes and say, oh my God. I'm putting it out there, Papadoo. Thank you for watching this video.